Holy Grail. This is the final scene. I wake up alone. Even if she's recovered, Saber still needs to sleep on occasion. The moment we return to our room, Saber immediately falls asleep. I went to bed as well, if only to make her feel better. That was about an hour ago. It's past midnight. I should be able to get out of the house without Saber or Tasaka noticing at this hour. Sneak outside, try not to make sound. I thought of using the bike, but I just found the risk of waking them up, so I walk. There's not a single person outside. It's late, but the silence is still eerie. The air is frozen. There doesn't seem to be any sign of life in the buildings. On the other hand, it feels like something dark and sinister is swirling at my feet. Like something happened to the town where Elia had me prisoner. It's like a bad omen hangs over the entire place. This isn't my imagination. I look up towards the mountain in the distance. Ryudo Temple, which stands a distance from town. It looks like a black lump from here, but it looks like it's swaying in the night air, rumbling and throbbing. I cross the dark river and walk into Shinto. So it's been 10 days. On that day, the night I met Saber for the first time and then walked across the bridge with Tasaka. Seemed so long ago. I see the church. I've been here before. I may have said this much to Tasaka, but I did have a connection with that church. If things had gone differently, I would have ended up under the care of the church and then been adopted by some family later on. Would have either been to the Amiya family or that church. One hell of a fork in the road. 10 years ago. All the kids in that hospital were orphans. The church took them all in, at least temporarily. I was the only one in that group of orphans to be adopted from the hospital. That's probably why I've been unconsciously avoiding the church out of the guilt. It's also why 11 days ago I told Tasaka it's my first time going to that church. Lights inside the church run. I don't really like the priest, but there are things I need to ask them. Okay, let's go. I take a deep breath and put my hand on the heavy church doors. Father Kotomine, are you here? I step inside as I call out for him. There's nobody in the chapel. Lights are on, but this fast pace is so quiet I find myself more nervous than if it were dark. Hey, is anyone here? There's no reply. I can't keep going in further, so I might have to give up tonight. I whirl around when I hear a sound from behind me. The suddenness of his appearance leaves me speechless. Kotomine sends Bone turns back to the door he came through. Hold on, I came here to ask you something. As Kotomine says, so he opens the door to the back of the church. Kotomine doesn't bother asking my opinion, just disappears to the back of the church. I've come this far, I can't go home empty-handed. I steel myself, determined not to let Kotomine intimidate me this time, and head back toward the back of the church. Oh, the outside's impressive, but the inside's pretty intricate too. This must be a courtyard. The garden and the passageways are too magnificent for Kotomine to live here alone. The priest disappears around yet another corner. Damn, he's not waiting for me. I complain to myself as I chase after Kotomine. The church is a small labyrinth, so I don't have any choice but to follow Kotomine. We enter a modest stone chamber. This simple room, far from the elegance of that chapel and courtyard, must be Father Kotomine's private room. The priest makes his apologies and plops down on the sofa. I smell a faint aroma of what might be wine. For the smell to linger in this room, he must really like wine. Nobody's sitting around like fools. I was just looking around because this room seemed weird. I'm going to go home as soon as I finish my business here. This priest really gets on my nerves. I feel like he's reading my mind. Whenever I try to deal with him directly, I just get intimidated.
それで話は何だ、エミヤシロ。一応教えられることは全て教えたつもりだが。
Don't lie, you knew all along. You knew my old man was Saber's master and the Holy Grail was destroyed. You're the overseer here to manage the Holy Grail, so you can't not know.
ほう。セイバー自身がそう言ったのか。
Yeah, I heard that's how the last Holy Grail War ended. The priest falls silently, contemplating something.
サーバントが前回の記憶を受け継いでいるというのは異常だ。セイバーは故障しているのか、それともあのセイバーそのものが異常なのか。何にせよ通常のサーバントとは言えないな。英霊は記憶など持たない。過去、現在、未来、いかなる時代にも呼び出される連中に記憶があっては矛盾が生じる。奴らにあるものは生前の記録だけだ。死後英霊となってからの出来事は一切記憶されないはずだ。
He ponders this as if he still isn't convinced. I get it. Kotomine doesn't know Saber has fully become a heroic spirit, so he can't truly understand the situation. That's not so much going on. Saber's circumstances are different from other servants.
事情が違う？なるほど。わざわざ訪れた要件はそれか。
His haughty attitude pisses me off, but I don't have time to deal with that too. I don't like it, but this man might be able to give me a clear explanation. It seems Saber isn't dead yet. Her contract to become a heroic spirit isn't complete. It appeared she wished for Holy Grail just as she was dying. She agreed to become a heroic spirit as a price of obtaining it. She's not completed yet. She won't die until she obtains the Holy Grail, and that's when she'll become a servant in the normal sense.
死んでいない。では、セーバーはまだ輪廻の枠にとどまっているということか。他の英霊のように時間から外れたわけではないと。
Yeah, I think that's what it means. Tasaka said Saber's basically being carved out of time.
そうか。英霊のようにことが済めば消えるのではなく、聖杯を手に入れるまでは英霊として駆り出されるということか。だが、あれは未だ聖杯を手に入れていないため、失敗するたびに死の直前にいる自身に戻ってしまう。そうして前回の記憶を持ったまま、今回も呼び出された。わざわざ死ぬために聖杯を求めるとは、英雄というのはわからぬな。そうして手に入れたところで、待っているのはサーバントとして刺激されることだけだろうに。
Right, even if she gets the Holy Grail and has her wish granted, she'll just become another servant. I don't like that. Besides, what are servants? You say you use heroic spirits like familiars, but are there contradictory heroic spirits like Saber?
さあ、そのあたりのシステムなど知らんよ。魂の永続。その秘宝を真似て作られたのがサーバントシステムだ。こればかりは立案者であった当時の人間しか知るまい。
The permanence of the soul.
いや、もともとはそういうものだっただけという話だ。関係のないことだ。忘れろ。それでエミヤしろ。つまるところ、お前はあのセーバーをサーバントではなくしたいというのだな。
Is that what I want? I do think Saber's situation is messed up. Aiming for the Holy Grail is all well and good, but afterwards the only thing waiting for is her disappearance. Even if someone other than King Arthur is chosen as king, and when King Arthur ceases to exist in our history, the hero King Arthur will continue to be used by who knows how many others, and that seems wrong to me. So if she can stop being a servant, just live a normal life.
それは不可能だ。死者は蘇らない。いかに時間に止まっていようと、私たちにとってセーバーは死んだものだ。彼女を現世に呼び出しているのは聖杯の力であり、彼女が英霊になる交換条件を飲んだからだろう。聖杯を求めない彼女はサーバントとして召喚されることはない。そして聖杯を求める以上、 遅かれ早かれ彼女は完全なサーバントになるだろう。たとえ今回が失敗に終わっても、彼女にはチャンスなど無限にある。セイバーは未だ時間軸にとどまっているため、聖杯を手に入れる機会を同時に行えるというわけでもないし、一度失敗した試練をやり直すということもできない。一度失敗した試練は何度やり直そうと失敗する。結果を体験しているからといって決定した結果は変えられないからな。
This is a new one. One of my ass cheeks has fallen asleep from sitting in that position for so long. Oh god, thank god I'm close to the end.
だがそれでも聖杯を手に入れるのは時間の問題だろう。聖杯を手に入れる機会はこの聖杯戦争だけではない。聖杯に関する試練はあらゆる時代に存在する。その全てをしらみつぶしに続けていけば、いずれ聖杯は手に入れられる。そもそも彼女は結果として聖杯を手に入れるからこそ英霊として召喚されているのだ。お前のセーバーをサーバントでなくす方法など、あれがお前の前に現れた時点で存在しまいよ。
I knew it. As long as Saber seeks the Holy Grail, there's no way she can avoid becoming a servant. She will stay like this forever unless she decides to use the Holy Grail for herself. Even if this Holy Grail war ends, there's no need to fight anyone. If she doesn't obtain the Holy Grail, she just has to try again next time. The moment she obtains it, she turns into this so-called heroic spirit and is sent all across time. So whether she obtains the Holy Grail or not, she will remain a servant forever.
いや、そうとは限らんだろう。聖杯が本当に万能の杯であるのなら、セーバーを救うことはできる。
Well, that's but you just said it was impossible.
なあ、セーバーをサーバントでなくすのは不可能だ。だがお前が望んでいるのは、セーバーを人としてこの世にとどまらせることだろう。ならば、そう難しいことではない。聖杯戦争が終わった後、サーバントを人として生かすこともできる。もっとも、死んでしまえば死の直前にいる彼女に戻ることになるが。
That will become relevant in the next route. How do I do that?
英霊とサーバントは似て非なるものということだ。通常英霊として召喚される者には意志などない。連中はただ目的を果たすためだけの道具として召喚され消え去っていく。だがサーバントは別だ。あれは聖杯によって呼び出された本体だからな。それならば世界に留めておくだけで人として生きていこう。
Can you do something like that? Saber said that the Holy Grail disappeared the moment it was destroyed last time. Without the Holy Grail, I thought Saber can't stay.
無論だ。サーバントを呼び出すのは聖杯であり、その後に彼らを維持させるのがマスターの役割だ。だがそれも聖杯がマスターの後押しをしているからでね。本来魔術師一人程度の魔力ではサーバントを維持できない。
I figured.
聖杯という、いや、足りないのなら補えばいいだけの話だろう。サーバントにとって魔力提供など代償行為に過ぎない。連中の本質は魂食いだ。存在濃度が薄れ始めたのなら他人の魂で補充すればよい。
Is he telling me to attack random people like Shinji did? The hell? I can't let her do that. Anyway, Shirou will remain here if that's what she had to do it.
そうか。ならば、あとは聖杯の中身を使うしかあるまい。 簡単な話だ。お前が真実セーバーを人として生かしたいのなら、聖杯をセーバーに飲ませればいい。
He must have anticipated my resistance. The look on his face told me that this is the conclusion he wanted me to reach this hold. You telling me to grant my wish using the Holy Grail?
いや、それはお前の願いとは関係がない。聖杯の中身はそういうものだ。リンから聞かなかったか。サーバントは杯に満ちた水を飲むことによって現世で2度目の生を授けられるのだと。もっともそれはこの時代の使い魔として立場を確立したに過ぎぬがな。肉体は依然サーバントのままだが、マスターさえ存命ならばこの世界にとどまれるようになる。
But that means there's no solution. There's no solution. Even if she were able to stay in this world, it would be a pointless if she's still a servant. She wouldn't be able to exist without magical energy from her master, and even if she managed to live in this world for a long time, she'd just go back to the hill after her death. She would never agree to such a thing. She doesn't care about something like that. She's going to use the Holy Grail for something else. Then again, does the Holy Grail, the key to all this, even Slig's... I've heard enough. Basically, you're telling me to get the Holy Grail, but does the Holy Grail even exist? If my old man destroyed it, wouldn't it... If the Holy Grail doesn't exist, then there's no reason to fight. This ridiculous fight to the death is pointless.
戦う理由はないか。何を今さら。もとより君に理由などない。
He says that, and time just seems to stop. There's no reason to fight. He told me that before. I just become a master and I didn't have much of a reason to fight. So all that time, what he said didn't sink in. I just ignored it and think he was being sarcastic. But what about now? There's a reason for me to fight. If there's a Holy Grail and I want to end this war, and if it's possible, I want to give the Grail. There is a reason for me to fight, and a perfectly good one at that. But why? Why do those simple words make me shake so much I feel like I'm about to vomit up everything I've held in for so long?
まあよかろう。今はエミやシローの傷を切開する時ではない。
The voice shatters the stillness that had locked up my thoughts. It's the voice of a man I don't want to hear. Here, but that voice at least settles the wave of nausea I feel creeping up on me.
聖杯はある。もとより聖杯は受け皿に過ぎぬからな。なくなれば、用意した者が新しい聖杯を用意する。
Someone will prepare another one. Is a Holy Grail easy to make?
器を作るだけならばな。無論相応の技術が必要となってくるが、もとよりその技術なくして聖杯戦争は成り立たなかった。もともと聖杯とは神の血を受け継いだ杯ではなく、古より伝わる魔法の鎌が原型なのだ。お前も魔術師の端くれならば知っていよう。ユートピア、ギリシャ語でたどり着けない場所という意味を持つそこには、願いを叶える万能の鎌があるとされた。このあらゆる神話の根底にある万能の鎌を再現しようとした魔術師たちがいた。それがアインツベルン、マキリ、トーサカの三家だ。連中は何代かにわたって万能の鎌を再現する儀式を模索し、200年前にそれを完成させた。それが1度目の聖杯戦争。人工物に過ぎない聖杯に万能の鎌を降霊させ、道を開こうとした儀式だった。
Einspan, is that Ilia's family?
そうだ。アインツベルンはラインの黄金とやらの伝承に長けていてな。
It means Rheingold.
聖杯の模造品を作る技術は神業だった。だがそれだけでは聖杯を呼び出すことはできん。ふさわしい土地と強力な呪縛が必要となる。それらを提供したのがトーサカとマキリだ。 当時教会と魔術協会は係争の真っ最中だったからな。儀式には教会の目が届かない極東の地が選ばれた。アインツベルンはそれを見越して遠坂を仲間に引き入れたのだろう。遠坂はここ一帯の霊地の持ち主であり、その死は高霊術の対価だった。アインツベルンとしては遠坂なくして聖杯召喚は不可能だった。だが二つの家だけでは容易に裏切りが起きてしまう。ことは三すくみにすべきだと考えたのか。遠坂はマキリの家系にもこの話を持ち込んだ。マキリも長い年月を持つ名門でな。こと使い魔に関しては優れた技法を持っていた。サーバントをそうして連中は聖杯召喚に一致団結したわけだが、いざ成功してみれば残ったのは潰し合いだ。一度目の聖杯の降霊は連中が戦っている間に終わってしまったらしいな。そうして代を重ね聖杯戦争というルールを作り、形だけは元の協力関係に戻った。遠坂はこの土地とサーバントを形作るシステムを提供し、マキリはサーバントを縛る霊樹を提供した。そしてアインツベルンは聖杯が宿る器を用意する。それらが彼らの敷いた協力関係というわけだ。
I'm not sure what's so amusing about this, but the priest seems to enjoy telling me about it. You see, they say the Holy Grail War is a ritual, but I don't know Ilya and Tisak's families were the one who created the whole thing.
聖杯を用意したのはアインツベルンだからな。前回キリツグに裏切られた彼らは最強の切り札を投入してきた。おそらくアインツベルンの娘が聖杯を持っているのだろう。
Huh? Ilya holds the Holy Grail? That's weird, but I don't think I saw anything among her belongings that looked like the Holy Grail.
さて、これで気は済んだか。お前が何を悩むのかは私には知り得ない。だが解決する手段は聖杯のみだ。それが分かったのなら早々に帰るがいい。戦いはまだ終わっていない。セーバーもつけずに出歩くのは正気の沙汰ではないぞ。
That's none of your business. I'm aware Lancer's master is still around. Hold on. There's one more thing I need to ask. Kotomine, servants disappear once the Holy Grail disappears. That's what you said, right?
言ったが、何か問題でも。
Yeah, big time. I don't know who it is, but there was this eighth servant, according to Saber, who's been in this world since the previous war. I could see he's shocked. Kotomine's eyes go wide. What's going on, Kotomine? I came here thinking you might know something about this.
消えなかったサーバントがいるということだな。そう不思議ではあるまい。前回の戦いはセーバーが聖杯を破壊することで終わったのだ。つまりセーバーの他にもう一人サーバントは残っていた。セイバーは潔く消えたが、そのサーバントが限界することを望んだのなら話はたやすい。それは魂を食らうことで魔力を補い、この10年間生き続けたのだろう。
It's impossible. That servant was frighteningly powerful. It sounded like they hung around for 10 years. Someone like you or my old man would have detected them.
分かっている。おそらくかくまっている者がいたのだろう。そのサーバントのマスターか、もしくは
What?
聖杯戦争を知りながらマスターの資格を持ち得なかった魔術師だ。そういった人物には一人心当たりがあるのだが、それもないな。マキリのご老体はとうに隠居している。
Kotomine must be satisfied as he gets up from the sofa.
話はここまでだ。今の話を聞いては監督役として放ってはおけん。そのサーバントに関しては私が調べよう。お前は残るランサーとの戦いに専念するがいい。
Kotomine heads to the exit, indicating there's nothing else to discuss. There's definitely nothing more to be gained by staying here. Follow Kotomine out of the dark stone room. From there, he leads me to the entrance in silence. I leave the church, and behind me.
聖杯を手に入れればセーバーは死ぬ。その意味が分かっているのだろうな、エミヤシロ。
The priest puts that to me, maybe to make certain I remember. He watches me from the door with a condescending twist to his lips. Saber will die if she obtains the Holy Grail. I don't need anyone to remind me of that. Saber's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail only, but she doesn't want its power for herself. And as long as she obtains the Holy Grail, nothing will bind Saber anymore. She will be freed from going back to the point right before her death, and she will truly die. Why the sudden change of heart? You're not one to give warnings like that.
なあに。お前がセーバーに肩入れしている様は喜ばしいのでな。私なりの行為として忠告しているのだよ。聖杯を手に入れてしまえばセーバーは消える。彼女と共にいたいのならば、聖杯は諦めるべきだろうとな。
That doesn't make sense. I can't keep Saber here without the Holy Grail.
聖杯に頼ることはあるまい。先ほどのサーバントの話もある。セーバーを存命させたいのなら、魂を与え続ければいいだけではないか。
Screw you. I won't allow that. I glare at the priest.
そうか。それは残念だ。
My glare has no effect on him. He just laughs in amusement.
ならば、聖杯の中身に期待するしかないな。お前のサーバントが望まないにしても、霊樹を一つ残しておけばそれでいい。お前の望みはそれで叶う。
He's saying it doesn't matter if Saber doesn't want it. If I'm a master, I just need to force her to drink from the Lego using the power of a command spell.
おや、失言だったか。そう睨むな。あくまで今のは忠告に過ぎん。ま、セイバーの意志を尊重するのもよかろう。彼女の人生だ。我々が口を出す権利はない。例のサーバントに関しては明日中に調べ上げよう。気が向いたのならもう一度訪れるがいい。
The church doors close. I glance up at the towering church before I turn to leave. I cross the bridge at night. This is the path I once walked with Saber. I was just looking at the scenery, not thinking about anything at the time.
聖杯を手に入れればセーバーは死ぬ。その意味が分かっているのだろうな、エミヤシロ。
I know. I don't need him to tell me that, but why is everything so complicated? Saber shouldn't obtain the Holy Grail, but the only thing that can save her is the Holy Grail.
彼女と共にいたいのならば聖杯は諦めるべきだろう。それでも存命させたいのなら、彼女に魂を与え続ければいい。
I can't do that. Even if I asked her to do it, she would refuse. She would choose to disappear if that were the alternative. She would disappear, and then she'll have to do another Holy Grail war all over again.
ならば、霊樹を一つ残しておけばそれでいい。お前の望みはそれで叶う。
Ah, shut up. Kotomine's wounds, of course, I can't get rid of them. In a rage, I smash my fist against the nearby road, desperately hoping to clear my mind. I hear an echoing metallic clang. There's no other sound. Then it's watch as a car or another person passing by. Why am I getting all worked up? I lean against the rail, grumbling to myself. I know I should just ignore Kotomine, but there's some sort of power to his words. I can't ignore them. What do I want to do? What am I fighting for? In the beginning, it was stopping the Holy Grail War, but when did that become secondary? Did it happen when I started to stubbornly fight on my own? Did it happen when I realized how helpless I am and started to cooperate with Saber? Or did it happen when I made a sword for after our souls entwined that night in the ruins? No, that's all nonsense. I don't need to think about it. Since the beginning, Mind's been made up since I met her in the shed, the sight of her illuminated by the moonlight. That would have been fine, had I not shared that dream of her past and not known any better. It would have been over without me even noticing, but I did find out. I knew I couldn't leave her alone. I started to hope I could somehow not lose her. I wish to say this, but I want to keep seeing her smile. The image of the girl watching the sunset alone on that hill strewn with swords. My chest hurts whenever I think of that scene. She never took any time for herself. That always bothered me. Kiritsugo always said not to make a girl cry. I much prefer her smiling face to her tears. That's why I was sewing her Saber neighbor smile. But then, when I told her to smile, she always replied that she'd rather see me smile. It's like looking at an unreachable star through a telescope. Damn. I look up at the night sky. I stare up at the star I could never reach. A trickle. I don't know how it formed, but I feel a tear slide down my cheek. I love her. I say it to nobody. As dense as I may be, I have at least to admit how I feel. I can't stop this feeling, and I realize I fall in love with her, so much so that thinking about her can bring me to tears. I hear Tasaka's voice as I arrive. She's standing at the entrance. Tasaka, where were you? She grabs my hand and without waiting for me to reply, drags me down the hall. And she brings me to her room. She's awkward about it, but she's being considered. Yeah, thanks. Honestly, the hot tea is comforting. It took me a good hour to walk home from the neighboring town. I walked slowly, so I was cold to the bone. As usual, she doesn't beat around the bush. I get it. Tasaka must have known what I was going to do from the very beginning, but she doesn't stop me. She just waited for me to come home, and now she's even made me tea. I feel like a new man now that my mind is made up, and I appreciate Tasaka's thoughtfulness, which is probably why I say, yeah, there's something I wanted to ask him about. I don't hide anything. I'm honest with her. Yeah, it wasn't a fruitful conversation anyway. I just wanted to check with him about the current situation. Yeah, and Saber did have to end up as a servant. She nods in agreement. Archer, you mean your Archer? Why would you be worried about Saber? I thought he hated Saber. Really? But Saber said she didn't recognize Archer. Archer has met Saber in the past, just not in the way that these two think it. You know, if you go that route, the possibilities are endless. If you can't remember someone's face, it's as good as you not knowing them. Saka's unusually chatty tonight. It's probably her way of trying to be considerate. Maybe not particularly effective, but Saka is a good person. She's usually pretty relentless, but she still lends a helping hand. She's got a kind of a big sister thing going on. We drink tea for a few more minutes. Saka turns and looks straight at me. Guess he's run out of patience.
あなたはどうしたいの、シロ?
I'm gonna take her on a date tomorrow. I can't think of anything else. Just spur of my own idea I came up with on my way back home. But then, I don't know where the somber mood from earlier went because Sasaka makes the most bizarre face. It's not something I need to hear at 3 in the morning. She bursts out into uncontrollable laughter. Oh, fuck you too. Damn, I'm so dumb. I should have seen this coming. So what's wrong with me being selfish? I know it's not the time for it, but I'm not gonna let you get in our way. Sasaka slaps my back hard. She holds her stomach with her other hand, laughing so hard. Now I think this is the worst time she's Well, I'm happy for you. No, that was funny to me. Sasaka says that kindly, doing a complete about face from a second ago. Yeah, I'll try my best. Honestly, I came out of left field. When she says it like that, all I can do is nod. I go back to my room. Saber's still asleep and the house is peaceful as if there's nothing happening. It rained today, but what about tomorrow? I look up at the clouds slowly passing overhead. Like me as it is, I pray for a sunny day tomorrow. And that will be the end of this episode. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.